Hello, everybody. It's Charlotte here, and I am calling in live from my bed. Okay, that's a cheat. From my bed. This beautiful thing came in today, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this live stream with Emma in my bed because it's fantastic. I'm literally just, holding up my phone like this. But basically, I have not announced this live stream or anything. But basically, I'm going to interview Emma. I'm going to talk to Emma because she has done something incredible. I think a lot of people in this industry is actually not aware that you can do. So part of this live stream is actually to make you aware that it's actually possible for you to make a $50,000 sale, and there's people in this industry doing that and getting a 20,000 almost deposit for a 4-month sale. And I want everybody to know that that's not impossible, and it can be a normality, and to actually keep them and give those clients that you sign at that level fantastic results. Hey Emma, I see you. I'm going to invite you very soon. I'm just going to talk a little bit before. If anybody got any questions, you can just pop them in somewhere. I'm sure I will see them. But I was going to say, in order to get results like the ones Emma has had, you need the right mentor and the best mentor, hence working with Charlotte. But you also need to be a fantastic client. So all credit goes to Emma for that, because you have to be willing to be so uncomfortable. You have to be willing to take responsibility. You have to be willing to do things you never thought you would do. I'm sure Emma is going to tell you herself, like, how this is not comfortable at all. This is not like a, just roses all the time and all this shit. That's not how it works. And she's been really challenged, and she has become an amazing person. And this is why these kind of results actually appears, because you have the right mentor and you have an amazing client that's willing to do the work, and together you get amazing results. And specifically about getting almost $20,000 deposit, okay? I remember just 2 years ago for myself, I was selling $20,000 4-month programs, and I was getting 500 deposits for that. I really struggle, and this live stream is also for everybody that just struggles to get the fucking deposits in, because I literally talked to a lot of people, and I got $500 fucking dollars, and I was like, why aren't people giving me more money? What's the matter? What's the fucking problem and everything? And the first thing I wanted to tell you guys, in order for you to do the things that Emma has done, and in order for you to actually remove that problem of, clients telling you, I'm gonna do it, and let's face it, they're just not. Or you get, like me, you get a $500 deposit from a $20,000 package to go to do what Emma has done, which is getting 20,000 or 90.5, is to change your confidence in your delivery. Because is there's one thing that's 100% certain, and it's so certain, is like in your bones and in my bones. If you are insecure about what the fuck you're doing, clients will question you. Or people will question you. Client will question you. They will be like, why should I pay you that amount of money? They will be late with your payments. They will say they're going to do something and they will break their words. All of these things is going to happen because it's energetically felt. Okay, so there's no amount of marketing that's going to take this away, guys. It's just not. It's actually a logical issue that turns into an energetic issue. Because if you don't question yourself, if you're like, I'm the fucking best, and you actually mean that, clients don't question you. There's absolutely no space for that. So take it in. I'm going to do more live streams this month to talk about this even deeper, so you can actually cure this, and also at my live event. But one of the things that we did with Emma specifically was for her to see the ability she had to actually be this kind of person that gets this kind of sale, and what she would deliver, and be confident enough to actually close the sale. She can probably tell you, you can ask her about her journey of actually closing this sale, because there's a part of her thinking that's completely nuts and is humanly impossible and all these things. So It's all about you believing and understanding so well what the fuck you're doing that there is no part of you that actually question that at all. And when you are in that space, when you live in that space, when you actually mean it, all these problems that I had 2 years ago, all these problems that, you know, a lot of you guys are having, I know, just very normal, it just fucking goes away. So first of all, focus on the cause of the problem, because if you know how to fuck to deliver, you will not be questioned. You will not have late payments. You will not tolerate this shit, you know, and everything will change, and you can fucking have a business. There's a lot of swearing today. You can have a business with people that wants to pay you and they're happy to pay you, even a $20,000 deposit, or maybe for some of you, even a $10,000 deposit or seven is like great. But this live stream is for all of you to see that this is humanly possible. You can do it now. Depending on where you are, some of you guys will be able to do it immediately, or like in 10 weeks, like Emma. Some of you guys will, you know, do $15,000 full pays, $7,000 deposits, which would be fantastic. But all of this is possible right now if you change how you feel about what you sell, because it's felt. Okay, that's the first thing. I've seen same kind of clients treat mentors differently because of their confidence. Okay, same kind of clients. So it's very important to understand. Let me get Emma on. I'm gonna invite you now, Emma. Let me see, how do I do this again? I think it's this. Emma, I'm gonna add you and see what
There we go.
Hi!
Hi.
Look at your hair.
I know, just for you.
What time is it?
It is 10:15.
It's, oh my God, it's in the morning. Like I'm about to like, well, we're gonna take the night here. How are you
10:15.
doing?
Yeah, good today. Good today.
You're looking great.
Yeah, back on track. It's been a rough few
You know, back
weeks.
on track.
Yeah.
I know. You know, can't you tell everybody a little bit about your journey, because it's been incredible. And I know you messaged me that you also told your parents that you're pregnant,
Yeah.
because Emma, right? Emma, not only did she do a 50K sale, she was pregnant on top of it. Okay, with her second child. But can't you just tell everybody a little bit before that? You know, I know before you signed up with me, and I know you thought that like, okay, more than $30,000 is like crazy, and now you have sold a $50,000 sale, you know. So can you tell people your transformation, you know, from that to now, because it's pretty huge and it's been really, really, really fast.
Um, I think, I mean, I'll be honest, a huge part of the transformation was having my first baby, like having my son. It just, I don't know, any mother out there, especially in business, you realize that you just have to become so laser focused. It forced me to focus so quickly on who I am, what I'm here to do, as a way, like to teach him, like really, you know, like I've done the work on myself, as a way to model to him what it is and who I really am. To model courage, to model truth, to model integrity, to model courageousness, just to go after what you want. And I couldn't hide anymore at these lower levels. I was ready, and I think that was really the fire. You know, it was, I made that decision. And I mean, it's been really uncomfortable. Like, let's be
Yeah.
honest. I mean, I wouldn't, you know, I'm not going to say that this is not for the faint of heart, business and having your own business and vulnerability and digging into all of the demons, you know, because it's like layer after layer. You think you're done, and then you'll say something insane to me like, oh, okay, so let's put together your new package and it's going to be this. And I was like, you are fucking crazy. um, and, but you rise to the challenge. Hey, Janelle.
Yes. But what do you think? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying hello to someone I know. I
Ah,
forgot I'm on your live stream, but sorry, she's popped on.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. You were going to
Good.
ask me a question there.
Now I was just gonna say, what has been the biggest transformation for you from your perspective when it comes to closing a $50,000 sales was like not even in your world in March, that was like, well, I don't even know what that is. So what was like the biggest change for you in your belief in that you could actually do something like that? What changed the most for you?
I think it just pushed that ceiling onto what I believe is possible, because that's really all it is. Like, money aside, it's like yeah, there's the cash, but it's kind of like it kind of puts you into this whole other stratosphere of like what is possible for yourself and your life and what you're capable of. And I think it really
Yeah.
just proved to me about like, oh, I really can do anything if I'm willing to do the work and be uncomfortable. That's a really big part of it. I think that's a huge part. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. And I also think a very important thing to say for everybody to understand. When Emma came, her clients' results started to take off because one of the things we did was help Emma, or I did, was to see what the power behind what she was already doing from a different point of view. So she could see, I'm actually fucking capable of delivering these results to these better clients. So one of the things that
Yeah. Oh my
happened,
God.
right,
Like, I think
was,
that's been the hugest part for me and the most exciting part is my client results. Like, every day, like I got another message from another client of mine who has just closed a multiple six-figure contract. Like, it's on the cards, like it's happening. One contract. 100K in 7 days on my other clients. Like, these are these are numbers that they astound me, but I see them as a reflection as well of me fully owning my gifts and stepping into them and really being of service to people, because
yeah,
now I can see they've heightened my gifts. Now I can see even deeper where when I start to work with clients in like that 1 or 2 sessions, how, and the right clients, how with just a couple of tweaks, how they can completely transform their business within, I mean, weeks, days, like,
yep.
and
And I think, mhm.
yeah, it's just, it's, yeah, it's freaking awesome. It's
I
awesome.
know, and I think people need to understand that this 50K sale that we're talking about there came from one of her clients. It wasn't like a random like person who was just signed up for 50K and just paid. It was one of her clients that actually did extraordinary well, which made, how much did she made like the first month with you?
Oh, 120K in 6 weeks in sales.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was cash. Do you remember the
Yeah.
cash?
Oh, you're gonna kill me. 45, 45, 45.
Cash is very important.
Yes.
But that's the point, guys. She now turned her client into a kind of person which could actually thrive in a 50K program, because you have to be at a certain level to thrive in a 50K program. Don't
Oh
sign
yeah.
anybody into a 50K program. Like, don't do that. That's not going to fly very well. That's going to come and kick you in the butt. But that's the point. And now I know that same client is about to do something extraordinary. So
Yeah.
it's all about Emma coming and seeing what she had the power to do and how she had the power to do it, and transferring that power to her clients so her clients could skyrocket and she could easily make a 50K sale with a 20K deposit while she was fucking pregnant.
Yeah.
Tell them about it, how the pregnancy was for you, because she literally had, you made like 57 in cash and then boom, you figure out you was pregnant. So tell everybody.
Um, I mean, it's another learning curve, right? It's like, oh, I need to do even less now. I need to focus on less. It's like, again, it's like getting rid of all the beliefs, all the bullshit, all the small stuff, the smaller programs, the lower level stuff. It's just, it created that intense laser focus again, apart after the
Yeah.
initial, like, oh my God, okay, this is happening. And I think you were the first person I told, because I found out 10
Yeah.
minutes before we had our call, and you were like, okay, don't worry. We're going to, like, we're going to figure it out. It's all good. But it really was like total surrender and just focus. it really is that focus on working with those incredible clients. And like, yeah, like you said there, these aren't just people. I don't work with people like who just kind of rock off this. Like I just have one say call with, and I'm like, yeah, okay, we're going to do it. It's a completely different person who will sign up to that. Like, especially this client, like she's going for a 500K year, if not, and she's going to do way more than that now. She'll probably close 7 figures this year. But the it's yeah I mean the price, I mean, look, it's been crazy because I've been sick. I've done pretty much
Yes.
the bare minimum in because I really just had to focus on my current clients. I haven't been on like the sales thing, or I've had messages from people being like, hey, where are you, why aren't you on live? And I haven't been on live because I've been hugging the toilet, but it's all good.
It's Emma,
Things.
Emma, I think it's very important for people to know that Emma was like sick. Like she was like sick, and it was she was sick. She was paying down, like she was paying them a $30,000 deposit in a month. Like she's in a even higher badass contract herself, which is also a reason to be like scared. And then you're pregnant, and then she's closing the highest sale she's ever made. Very few people in this industry even know exist. It's kind of hat off, because you have to, when your body is going down like that, when your body's changing and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna have another baby, and everything is changing again. It's easy to get dragged down by it. It's easy to be like, oh my god, this is so uncomfortable. And I think it's so great what you're saying about the focus, because it can either like completely tear you apart, because hello, that is totally possible to be like, oh my god, I can't do it, or be like, this is the fucking opportunity for me to thrive, even though it looks uncomfortable and it doesn't look good and everything on the surface, but you actually took the experience and made it into something powerful. And I think people should know, because that is what the soul does. Okay, the soul takes something that looks like, oh my god, this is a shit show, and then it turns it around to be like, no, this is my fucking opportunity to thrive. And that is exactly what you did.
Yeah,
Right. And
totally.
that's very important to, people to know that, because it takes fucking balls to,
Yeah.
you don't get this kind of results if you don't, are willing to see things differently. And also now you have proven to yourself again that you can do extraordinary things. So now, the
And
next thing will be
uncomfortable
even,
things.
and uncomfortable things,
Like,
right?
this live even is like, I was
I
like,
know.
wanted to chicken out so badly for everyone here. Total transparency. I was like, I want to run out the back door now. But, it's all part of the discomfort. Is really like, you got to lean in. Actually, you don't have to lean. You got to like throw yourself into it. You got to into that discomfort and like allow the transformation, because I resisted it for a really long time, and I resisted having my first baby for a really long time, because I was like, oh my god, my business, blah blah blah, like such bullshit. It was like I was literally doing all of the things and nothing. I was doing everything and nothing. And
Yes.
now this kind of like laser focus has completely transformed
Yes.
myself and my business and my
And one of the
clients.
Yes, one of the things I teach my clients all the time, including Emma and everything, is to be proud of your fucking numbers. Be proud of your cash. Be proud of your numbers. Be proud of your clients. Be proud of what the fuck you're doing, small or big. So one of the reasons also that you are here on this live stream is to like brag about your numbers, because it's fantastic. If as high achievers, and I know a lot of you are high achievers, we end up in a situation where it's never enough. It's just we achieve, we achieve, we achieve. I'm sure you can make 100K sale and me make $1 billion sale or whatever. And it's like, well, I can make an even higher one. And it's just not enough. So part of this is to be like, I fucking rock. I fucking did it. And I was pregnant, or you were pregnant, and I was paying out, and I was doing it. And it's just so empowering to own it.
Yeah, I wanted to drop all the enoughness, like that for me has been the most painful lesson, because I know I can make a lot of money and I can scale my business and I can do all this stuff. But like, what's the fucking point if I was never going to sit back and just be like, oh yeah, like I've achieved this and I've done it all with like a baby. I only started my business like back. I took 4 months off. I've only been
Yeah.
back on it at 10 months. So
Yeah.
it's like, You know, that's wild to me because I never thought it was going to be possible. But I think it's, yeah, dropping the enoughness as like that striving forward, always pushing for the next accolade and the next big number and the next like done. Like that has to go. And it's going. It's going. It's
It's
going.
going. That's why we're celebrating our
Yeah.
numbers, because the number one thing that keeps high achieving ladies back is to never celebrate and stop, because we never feel good enough. We're just like, well, it's the next thing, it's the next thing. So this is to stop and be like, I fucking rock. Here's my sale. Look what my clients are doing. And I am like, as we talked about, and I'm pregnant and I'm doing it, So it's just for everybody that's watching, no matter, I don't care what you have done or not done. Like I actually told the Sam as well on the call, like if you put on your sock right today, just fucking celebrate it. Because if you're ashamed of something small, you're going to be ashamed of something high. Like $20,000 cash deposit is something you should brag about for the next year. That's the kind of thing. Same with your socks. Like it's all, you're all perfect, no matter what. And that's the whole point of this. What would you say, what has changed for you inside of you? I know you said a little bit about it, but closing a 50K sale with a 20K deposit is a very spiritual thing. That's what I teach. When you really are in touch with your soul, when you're in touch with the power of what you can do, you will demand higher fees. How do you feel in terms of closing that high sales and getting in touch with your higher self, if you like? If that makes sense to you.
How did it feel? It felt like, oh, amazing. I don't have to work with like thousands of clients. Honestly, that's really how it felt because I like to have a life. I mean, my business supports my life. Okay, like my business
Yes.
supports my life. It is the vehicle that supports my life. It is not my life, you know. Um, it's like the
Yeah.
fuel. So it really was that. It feels like in truth, simplicity is luxury for me. Simplicity
Yeah.
is luxury. Like having a handful of incredible clients who are creating amazing things in the world. They're creating seven figure, they're going for like they are like seven figure, multiple six figure, like growing, and businesses with passion and purpose and meaning, giving back in a huge way, being able to facilitate that and do that without burnout, without stress, without spiritual bypassing, without anxiety, without like putting up any facade. Like I see it like
Yeah.
I see it now, all these facades, like all these, like are like, yeah, I got it all together, and behind it's like a shit show. You
Yeah.
know, it's just like it's falling apart and this healing is not happening.
Yeah.
And it's like that for me changed everything. It's that simplicity piece, higher level but much more simple, much more
Yes.
simple,
And it's,
simple.
I think, the exact thing that you said, um, about your business is not your life.
No.
Because when you identify yourself with money, or with your business, you're going to work so hard and you're going to work all the time. And instead, this is what we're doing. This is how the soul evolves in the business. The soul figure out, you know what, I can chill out, I can be in pleasure, I can have what the fuck I want. Let's make a 50K sale with 20K cash and double, or more than tripling, the cash, and with this amount of work, because that's what you fucking deserve. So you can play, so then you can add all other income streams if you want it. But for everybody, when you master that, that's the first step. Mastering simplicity, realizing that your business is there to support you. If you want to have 5 days off this week, you should be having 5 days off, and then your business should be supporting that from the inside out. That's very important to understand. This is also what you did as well. You have to change the belief on the inside, and then the strategy will change itself. If you try to strategize, I'm gonna have 5 days off, this is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because on the inside it's still gonna be a part of you like, well, I don't really deserve that. So you're just gonna find ways to like either lose money or work hard.
Yeah.
So I think that's this fantastic thing for everybody to understand of why these sales are so fucking spiritual, because that's one of the things I'm very passionate about. We're not just selling for fun. Well, of course we're selling for fun, but we're selling because that's how the soul works. because now Emma is in a position where, okay, she can actually close 50K sales. Hello, what can she not do? She can add more people, she can add less people. Like the creativity explodes because she can do, how many days will I have off? What do I really want to do? And everything can be created from that place. It's
Yeah,
not just a sale.
it's really expansive. That's what it feels like. It's just like, oh, this is great. I can like do all these things with my kid and take time off and yeah, like
Yeah.
God, not like work all the time, all the days, like late into the night and you know.
And pay yourself
Oh yeah, that piece as well. That's always good.
because people forget.
Oh yeah, there's a
What do you,
lot of that.
I know. What do you want to say to the people that was like you before you started to work with me? What do you want to say to them, the people that's watching,
What do I want to
about your decision to do this, obviously? Because I know it was uncomfortable, as usual.
I mean, it's like you want to run out the back door all the time. Like, I mean, I don't know how many times I was like, okay, how am I going to tell Charlotte that I can't do this? I cannot do this anymore. Um, it's too uncomfortable. I mean, the discomfort, and I say it all the time to my own clients, the discomfort is the doorway. The discomfort and the pain is what needs to happen next. It's like, it's never the easy path. Yes, it can be filled with ease, but transformation, growth is highly uncomfortable. So you must always go walk through the door with faith and grace and ease, knowing that like it will turn out, provided you do the work. Um, that yeah, that's where the true transformation happens.
Yeah. Or, in other words, what I think you're trying to say is that in order to get to the effortless, in order to get to the ease where sales are just coming in, you're like relaxed, you're having sex as your marketing strategy, it takes work. It takes being really, really, really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But once you're there, it's comfortable.
Yeah, it
But you have to
becomes
do the
more
work to
comfortable.
get there.
Yeah. But at the end of the day as well, that discomfort, if you're committed to a path of, you know, always developing and always growing, it really should never go away. I think you just get better at dealing with it. I think
Yeah.
that's it. It's like you're never going to get to that place if you want to go the whole way and live an epic life. You're never going to get to the place where it's going to feel easy to make those kind of decisions. It has to be uncomfortable. Has to be. But yeah, like I said, you just get better at dealing with it.
Yeah, you
Staying
start to
calm.
trust yourself.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
start
start
to
to
trust
trust yourself.
yourself and you stay a lot calmer. You don't like freak out and want to like faint in the grocery store.
I know. Well, what actually is happening is you start to trust yourself because you start to prove to yourself it's working out for me. It's working out for me. It's working out for me. Like over and over again, you prove to yourself. At some point, you get really, really calm no matter what happens because, I worked it out so many times. It's, of course, you're uncomfortable, but you have this element of trust which when you want to be your highest self, when you want to live your most epic life, that's like the key because you're always, whenever you're going to leap, you're going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I can like just hang out in the comfort for a while if you want it. And then if you want to go to the next level, you need to be uncomfortable again, right? But it's always going
totally.
to be, it becomes easier and easier and easier because you trust yourself more. So
Yeah.
it's just, you know, so I just think it's due to say, congratulations to me, congratulations to you, and congratulations to all the fantastic client results, and everything that you've done and everything that's going to keep happening.
Yes.
We're starting a sales spiritual revolution here.
Yeah.
Uh, but just tell everybody, your clients results have exploded since we started. So what is your did you tell it? What is your clients about to do?
What are my clients about to do? Holy shiz. Um, I mean, it's like it's just getting better and better. Like from selling out like luxury high-end retreats. And I've got clients at all different levels to, like I said, my most recent one that just came in this morning, just woke up, a multiple six-figure contract that is going to completely transform her business now into like one of the world's top PR agencies. Like it's like these are these are like incredible results. This is yeah, it kind of blows my mind. High numbers, but even more than that, it's like that incredible ripple effect that it's going to have at such a global level. Because that's really what I do. I work with people who are creating a huge global impact who are you're going to be reading about them in like all over, like celebrity
Hmm.
status. That's what it is. They don't play small. They're like go big, like Oprah. Oprah big. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
So
it's just a tip of the iceberg. It's like not even. It just goes on and on. The list goes on and on of what they're doing. But they're global influencers. That's what they are. Global influencers in their field.
yes, and it's important for everybody to understand that when you work with a true mentor, which knows what the fuck you're doing,
Yeah,
the ripple effect will start to happen.
yeah,
Because when you work with someone that just sells, these things doesn't really happen. Because right now, as everybody can see, when Emma started to work with me, she started to get amazing results. She transferred that result to her clients, and now her clients are also starting to get fantastic results. And that is what happened when you really, 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 really know what you're doing and can transfer it to your clients, because that's what it's all about. If you just make results yourself, nobody gives a fuck. But if you know how to be a cause, how to actually transfer that results, the power you have to your clients, it's more for everybody.
yeah,
Everybody's happy, everybody's fulfilled, or everybody is in a state of power. So I think that is a good way to like end this live stream, if you like, for everybody to understand that that is natural, and these are the things that happens when you really, really know and believe in what you're doing. Because if no, you are going to get, no's, and you're going to get people you need to talk to 15 times before they invest, you know, and they're really questioning you and all these kinds of things. But if you really, really know what you're doing, you will end up doing the same thing as Emma. Because, it's been 10 weeks. Emma has all this potential 10 weeks ago. She just didn't know,
yeah,
basically. She didn't know, and she chose to, okay, I'm going to fulfill this potential
yeah.
and do it. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Um, Thank you. Thank you for getting me to do this.
This is the beginning. This is really the beginning of you being proud of your numbers, small or big, for everybody watching. Just write a post about how brilliant you are in your numbers. Or just do it. Just get over it and start sharing. We should all be proud of our numbers and our sexuality and ourselves and everything. You should. Clients have fantastic results. It just doesn't happen, by surprise. It's you that's causing it. So own it. Yeah, and thank you very much for for doing it despite being uncomfortable.
Yes,
Obviously,
for sure.
for sure, everybody. Okay, if nobody got any more questions, or we will wave a goodbye. But thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later, anyways. And I'm sure I'm gonna talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
All right.
Speak soon.
Speak soon. Bye.
Bye.